speeder bands coming right in off the Gulf. So I'm watching the webcams on Clearwater Beach right now, and it looks like the wind gusts are probably up there. Some of the strongest I've seen yet. Some of those giant palms that are right around the roundabout are bending way over, and those, again, they come in onto Pinellas, then they race off north. So everything is coming in due west, and then as it gets almost to the Bay, Tampa International Airport, then they make that turn northward. So again, if you're experiencing that in Pinellas County right now, you are under the gun, and you're going to be for a while. And as Jay mentioned, those tornado warnings that are still happening down around Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte, think about how far south of the eye they are now.
Right.
And those speeder bands are still cranking up, and they're going to be well into the night tonight. So it's not going to quiet down anytime soon.
Yeah, you're seeing some of those speeder bands you're talking about just kissing Bradenton and scurrying away from Sarasota and really hitting the St. Petersburg area, moving on up into Palm Harbor and Port Richey. So it looks to me as if Sarasota and south of Sarasota, of course, they're going to be dealing with storm surge, but as far as those speeder bands are concerned, it looks like they're on their way out.
All right, as we get ready, one of the things I want to update just real quick, kind of give everybody an idea. It's been a minute since we talked about some of the power outage situations. TECO has gone over, there's 61,000, but again, I was just going back in some of my old folders, like where we would be in a storm situation like this. At a point like this, we would typically be over 100,000 right now in some of the old numbers that I kept from some of the older storms. I mean, that's huge. So that's a big deal. Now, as far as when you get into, for Duke Energy, you know, they are the sole supplier for the most part, I think, for the entire area of Pinellas County. St. Pete area seems to be the hardest hit right now. There are so many people there that are without power. And then the farther north you go in Pinellas, not too bad. You get north of Gulf Bay, it's not too bad, but St. Pete is littered with 2,000 here, 2,000 there, and then a lot of singulars. But again, not so much along like Shore Acres and those areas. Not really seeing a lot of power outages there, which is kind of crazy. But no, and you know, some cases the power may be out, maybe it's not been reported. But most of these situations now, as Sherry told us from TECO, the grid will pull out of the self-reporting so they can immediately see if it's something that they can route around and tackle. That's how sometimes your power comes back on so quick.
Yeah, we're hoping that the numbers continue to look good for people around the Bay Area. The eye has officially passed Tampa Bay, so it's moving on up now and moving really quickly. North-northeast is at 23 miles per hour, winds of 130 miles per hour with this massive storm, Hurricane Helene, which is now a Category 4.
I mean, this is just, when you see this, because, you know, there was a time earlier today when all of us, we talked about this, when we were like, there was a point here in Brandon where we had so much sun, I was like, can this even be a thing? Right? If you look at the satellite image, remember, the satellite image had clouds stretching out, the total width was 615 miles at one point. But when you're outside and you're going, there's not a cloud in the sky, how could that be? It was really weird to find those little holes and pockets, and it gave you that false sense of, well, this can't be that bad, and now, especially those of you coastal, you are feeling it, probably more so than you have in some of the storms we've had. This is definitely stronger than Debbie, there's no doubt about that.
No doubt, and we're going to see here when it makes landfall as a major storm soon. I mean, the Panhandle is going to get rocked, and they are in for a very long night, and we're very thankful that we're not going to have to deal with that for the most part here in the Bay Area. But Ray J, we've been here, we've been talking to people. I remember, I'll never forget Hurricane Michael, where we're talking to people who are getting to as high as they can get in their attic, and they're like, I'm running out of room. There's not a lot of, there's nowhere for me to go, and the water is rising. So you just have to hope the people in that area have already evacuated and gotten out. When you think about some of the conversations that we've had over the years, right? And people always ask about, you know, our coverage of Operation Stormwatch, and I think back to a lady that had a down power line and didn't know what to do, and then we had a fire marshal call in, and he helped her out and she called back, and I remember answering the phone and she's crying like he sees everything. And, you know, there was another couple that were standing on top of a clubhouse on a golf course, and they were like, all we got is a chainsaw. It's just, this is kind of, there's a lot of perils when it comes to social media. There's a lot of perils when it comes to, you know, even media. Some people look so negatively, and there's such a negative connotation, but right now is really a time for the people here in our area, and pretty much our entire state, pretty much the entire southeast of the United States, to kind of band together. If you see something, say something, let us know. And if we get any of these information, if we get any of these issues about closing or ways that we can help you, we're definitely going to let you know right here on Operation Stormwatch.
Something I want to be real quick before we get into break, one sobering thought, the thing that I heard that made me go wow the most was the sheriff in the Panhandle who told people if you decided to ride this out and you know you should not have, to write your personal information on your leg. So if someone were to find you, they can identify you. If that is not sobering about the choices you need to think seriously about when these storms are coming in and they tell you it's life-threatening, I don't know what is.
I'm glad that was said too, because that hits home. When you paint that picture in your head of, oh my gosh, she's telling me to put my information on my leg, that to you should be a sign of, this is extremely deadly, and they're talking as if you're already gone, and that's how dangerous this storm really is.
Unbelievable. All right, we are coming up on a break here. Aaron, I'm going to let you take us in because you can see all the timing. I don't have anything in front of me.
That's right, I will do it, no doubt about it. We're here, 7:30 here on Operation Stormwatch News Radio WFLA. Make sure that you have your phones ready to go just in case. We got us streaming live. We're always live free on the iHeartRadio app. So make sure if you're listening to our radios right now, download that iHeartRadio app. It is free, and we'll continue here on Operation Stormwatch. He's Big Rig, Jay Retcher, I'm Aaron Jacobson.
From Oklahoma, Lexus dealers. WFLA, Tampa Bay's most trusted voices in news. Streaming live on the free iHeartRadio app and WFLAnews.com. I'm Gordon Bird. Our top story at 7:30. Helene now a Category 4. Top winds 130. 110 miles west of the Bay Area is where the eye is. Moving north-northeast at 23. Storm surge still increasing. The Pinellas Sheriff saying water now topping the seawall at Indian
See the
Shore.
flooding out the parking lot now?
Yeah.
They're just like really coming up now.
Oh, thanks. I'm gonna head up 2 blocks in shortly.
Hey,
Northeast water treatment plant.
It's like crazy, like right by
Oh,
the,
yeah, I
by
bet.
the bathroom thing right over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna go over there.
You're not
That's too
going over
dangerous.
Make a decision. Just turn the plant off.
You're not gonna bring it out.
No water for drinking.
Oh, I'm not gonna walk over there. All right, what I'll do is I'll take my car 2 blocks up. I might still come here even with it waterlogged just to film these trees, but I'm not gonna go closer to the water than, you see this bike rack area?
Yeah.
I'm not going closer to the water than that because one of those waves, brother, can take you out, kill you.
Yeah. Hey, do you want to just do a little like recording right there, me and you, like right outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do something. I'll let Christian record it. Okay?
Yeah.
Right.
Several road closures right now due to the hurricane. The Courtney Campbell Causeway is closed between McMullen Beach Road and Rocky Point Drive. Also a closure on the Gandy eastbound between the radio towers and the Gandy Bridge. And a road closure on I-275 northbound between Roosevelt Boulevard and State Road 60. And there is a crash reported at I-75 northbound at Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Use caution if you're in that area. Annie Matthews Radio, WFLA.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
As we head toward your evening Thursday, you know what? Helene is now moving north of due west of Tampa. We are experiencing rain bands, winds, and a couple of tornado warnings. So isolated tornadoes are possible for the next few hours, so about 8, 9, 10 o'clock, especially up towards Citrus County. We're seeing right now gusts up to 60 and 70 miles per hour, sustained wind 50 to 60, and the rain bands and wind will start to calm down overnight, but the storm surge is going to last till early Friday morning. I'm Max Defender 8 meteorologist Eric Stone.
Hey, it's Ryan Gorman from News Radio WFLA, and I'm here with Mark of Mark Spain Real Estate. So, Mark, I'm always bragging about the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Can you explain to everyone why it's the best way for them to sell their home?
Selling your home with a guaranteed offer is the absolute easiest way to sell your home. It's all cash, so there's no loan contingency. There's no home inspection, so you're not dealing with the home inspector coming in, telling you all the costly repairs that you need to make in order to sell your home. And you can close quickly on your timetable so you can move on to the next chapter of your life stress-free. It's that simple.
It really is that simple. And don't just take our word for it. Mark Spain Real Estate has over 12,000 five-star reviews, making them the most trusted and experienced real estate team in the U.S. Sell your home quickly and close with confidence. Find out what your guaranteed offer will be. There's no obligation when you do that. Just go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Hi, Bobby Maggie here. You know how much you save for retirement, but do you know how much of that you'll pay to IRS when you go to use it? Taking the right steps now could save you tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes. Visit MaggieTax.com, click on the tax bill and retirement.
In 30 seconds, our free retirement tax calculator will estimate your current retirement tax bill. Calculate yours today at MaggieTax.com and schedule your free tax reduction analysis. That's MaggieTax.com.
Get ready for an epic engagement event at International Diamond Center this Friday through Sunday. IDC flying in the entire collection, all the newest styles from both Tacori and Verragio. Hundreds of new rings to choose from. Tacori and Verragio, the world's two premier ring designers, together on the IDC stage with special incentives and 36-month zero-interest financing. See Tacori's latest, handcrafted by true California artisans with exquisite detail. And from New York, see the newest creations from Verragio, unique, distinctive, and personalized. Buy any Tacori or Verragio ring at this event and get a $500 IDC gift card. Buy the engagement ring with a matching wedding band and get a $1,000 gift card. Also, check out new fashion jewelry from these renowned designers. Let the experts at IDC help you find both the perfect ring and the most dazzling diamond during this incredible 3-day event. Get the guaranteed best price and spread your payments over 3 whole years. It's this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and only at International Diamond Center in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota on approved credit.
Now, back to News Radio WFLA's Operation Stormwatch, brought to you by New South Window Solutions.
Welcome back to Operation Stormwatch. Aaron Jacobson here, Big Rig, and Jay Retcher as we continue to track Hurricane Helene, which is now a Category 4, which is extremely deadly. We still have tornado warnings until 7:45 in DeSoto, Hardy, Manatee, and Sarasota. We're seeing wind gusts sustained as well at 130 miles per hour. And joining us now on the hotline here on Operation Stormwatch, John Antapasis, the emergency management operator for Tampa Fire Rescue. John, thanks for joining us. How are you today?
Hey, we're doing well. Glad to join you.
What's the latest we are seeing as far as some of the issues here in the Tampa Bay area? Hopefully everything pretty quiet on your front right now.
Actually, over the last couple of hours, the winds have been increasing with those tropical storm force wind gusts that have been coming through our area.
Wow, this is wild.
Also having flooded roadways throughout the city of Tampa that we do have on our flood map open to the public. But our police officers are out there in the field making sure that those roads are closed and obviously anticipating this storm surge continuing to increase throughout the night into the late early morning.
How do you get the message out to people? Because I was just thinking about this earlier, because I drove back making sure I knew at some point the bridges were going to close, so I drove over to Howard Franklin in plenty of time to make sure they weren't closed. But for people that don't, and we get the message out as much as we can on the air here and on social media, but for people that don't get that message, when they hit the roadways and they think maybe it's open, they haven't heard anything saying it's not open, what do you all do? What takes place then to close those roadways and turn those people around where it might be a one-way or they might not be able to turn around?
We actually have a hotline for residents can call in flooded roadways, but also our officers are throughout our community, and they are basically doing sweeps to look at flooded roadways and to get those barricades out, to close where they can, to ensure residents do not drive through them. But also we have a great communications team at the city of Tampa that really push out those messages, social media, our emergency notification system known as Alert Tampa. And really we just try to get those messages and all those great information websites out to the public that if you stay aware, we can keep you safe. And really
You can see we got some big storm surge coming in. I'm going to have to relocate so that our vehicle doesn't get hit with the salt water and stop functioning. But this is a bad surge. Probably got a few more minutes before I have to relocate. Oh, Caleb, hey, we got to go now or we're going to get trapped.
Where were you saying you were going to go?
1 block that way and 1 block up. Just follow me.
Can I follow you?
Yeah, follow me.
I'm going to follow you.
Yeah, we got to go now. This is coming in fast.